Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Tuesday, August the 13th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have a couple of writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. The defendants are all present in the courtroom. They have been sworn earlier before the proceeding started. The first case I'm going to call is C 3653-24-L, State of Texas versus Norma Borrego. Who's Norma? You speak English, correct, Norma?
I don't know if it's
Savannah Gonzalez, are you there? There you are.
Hi, Judge.
Good afternoon. Client's present. She's English speaking. You may proceed. Hold on just a minute. OJ, are you there? Oh, who's there? Michelle?
It's Michelle, Judge. She didn't know how to turn her camera on.
I haven't done Zoom in a long time. I'm like, OJ, help. Yes, sir.
You're good. Okay, first case we're calling is Norma Borrego. Go ahead, Savannah.
Judge, good afternoon. Savannah Gonzalez from Ms. Borrego. I reached out to Ms. De Leon Vargas, and she advised that we have an agreement for a $5,000 cash surety.
That's correct.
If the court is inclined to approve that.
Ms. Borrego, where do you live? What city you live in?
In Edinburgh, sir.
How old are you?
33.
You have a job?
I don't have one right now, sir.
Where are you working?
At IHOP. Is it, sir?
Married, your children?
No, sir.
In the time that you're out, if you post bond, I'm gonna order no drugs, no alcohol while you're out on bond. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Also gonna order monthly UA through probation. They're gonna contact you to go in and get drug tested. You come back positive, you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $2,500 cash surety.
Thank you,
Make sure
Judge.
you comply. No drugs, no alcohol. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you, Savannah.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good afternoon.
Thanks.
The next case we're gonna call is C 3662-24-L, State of Texas versus Amanda Garcia.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, Lloyd. Client's present, you may proceed.
Yes, Judge, good afternoon. I also had reached out to Ms. De Leon Vargas on this matter, Judge. She advised me that the state would be in agreement to give my client PR bond subject to the court's approval, but she did not provide me with the breakdown of the amounts, Your Honor, because it's several counts.
That's correct, Judge.
Michelle?
We do a PR bond on all the counts. Whatever the bond set at, we can make them all PRs, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Garcia, how old are you, ma'am?
43, sir.
What city do you live in?
I was in San Antonio. I just moved back to McAllen, Texas.
Say that again?
I just moved to McAllen, Texas. I moved back from San Antonio.
You're living in McAllen?
Yes, I am.
What's your address?
I just recently just got in place, so I really don't have the address right now. I just signed a contract before I got arrested.
To a house or an apartment?
It's an apartment complex.
Booking has you down at 2305 Fulton.
Yes, that was my old address. It's like my aunt's address. But
We'll give you a PR bond. I need an address where you're gonna be. Do you have contact information for a family line?
I got like $2.
I do have a phone number, Your Honor, for a family member.
You have family here in Hidalgo County?
Yes, I do. Jessica Alanis.
Who?
Jessica Alanis.
How is she related to you?
She's my prima. She has custody of my 2 children right now.
Your parents? Where do your parents live?
My parents are deceased.
Your brothers or sisters?
I got brothers and sisters. I'm a single mother of 2 kids.
Are you working?
I'm on a roofing company.
Where at?
Here in the valley.
How long have you?
All over, but I'm not traveling. I just came down to do work. That's what I'm here for.
You have 5 counts of credit card abuse. I'll reduce those to $2,500 PR on each one. We have 2 counts of possession of controlled substance. Reduce those to $1,500 PR. Also going to order monthly UAs. Phone number, ma'am?
Phone number 210-981-2177.
Hold on, 210-981.
Yes. 2177.
That's your cell?
Yes, sir.
Commission's going to contact you. Make sure your phone is set up for voicemail or you answer it. They're going to have you go in and get drug tested. You come back positive, you're going to come back to jail. You understand me? And you show up when they tell you to show up, not when you want to show up. Is that clear? Also going to order that you not leave the county. Anything else, Eloy?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you should be out sometime tonight or in the morning, man. Good luck to you. Make sure you stay in contact with your attorney because you will have to show up at the courthouse at a later date to take care of these matters.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you. You can take the females. Next case we're going to call is C 3596-24-8, State of Texas versus Jason Rodriguez.
Hello, Judge.
Stand up,
How
Mr. Rodriguez.
you doing, Judge?
You speak English? Your client is present, sir. Eloy, you may proceed.
Judge, my client, well, I tried to get in touch with, I didn't know, Annalisa was not handling this, but I tried to get in touch with her, Judge. I couldn't, Judge. That's why we don't have an agreement, Judge. Judge, my client's been charged with aggravated robbery, Judge. He lives here in Wesco, Judge, and he works construction. He's a U.S. citizen, lives with his dad, Judge, and I do believe, Judge, it's an incident. Basically, the victim is his grandma, Judge, and the family's already contacted him, and I've directed him to the DA's office to do the proper paperwork so we can expedite this case, Judge, and we're just asking for a lower bond, Judge. He lives here in Wesco, lives with his dad, Judge, down the street from me, Agostero Street, Judge. He hasn't,
This is the state.
Judge, if I may, we think the bond is reasonable. Understanding that it is a family member, therefore it is a danger to the victim's, Judge, and also to the community. He also has previous out-of-county warrants. He's been to prison twice. We think he might be a flight risk. If given a bond, he might go home to that family member that he hurt, Judge. The facts are pretty bad. We think the bond is reasonable.
Judge, the family of the victim have contacted me, Judge, and I've directed them straight to the DA's office, Judge, so they can do the proper paperwork, Judge, to get this case expedited, Judge.
Mr. Rodriguez, where do you live, sir?
Sir, my dad's house,
What's the address?
7003 East Agostero Street.
That's where you were arrested, correct?
Yeah, but don't be afraid.
I didn't ask you anything. I asked you if that's where you were arrested. I didn't see a protective order issued by any of the magistrates.
That's correct, Judge. There's not one issue, Judge.
I'm going to ask that you have no harmful contact with the victim if you make bond, which means it appears you're allowed to go back to that house. I don't know if the victim lives there with you or not. By no harmful contact, that means if you get out of hand and they call the police, you're going to be back in jail. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to order that you be released to AIP officials, which means you're going to be under house arrest, sir. You're allowed to go work, and that's it. You notify them where you're working, you give them the information, and they approve it. Give them your work schedule. They'll go check on you at work. If you're not there when you're supposed to be, that's a violation. If you're not at home when you're supposed to be, that's a violation. They'll report it back to the court. We can revoke your bond and put you back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
We'll also order no drugs, no alcohol, monthly UAs you're gonna be drug tested regularly. You come back positive with drugs or alcohol, sir. Not one or the other, either one, you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Judge, is he going back to that house?
Well, I didn't see a protective order,
Okay.
and does the victim live in that home too? Your grandmother
Yes, sir.
lives there?
Yes, sir.
And they don't want, all the family members don't want him back, Your Honor.
Oh, Judge, that's not the information I got, Judge. I mean, I spoke to him, Judge, and I just, like, again, I directed him towards the DA's office, Judge, on the AMPs, Judge. I don't be, I don't be,
Somewhere else to live, if you don't, where would that be?
My girlfriend's house on Plaza Street,
In what city?
Westwood, Texas.
well, Judge, order him there, Judge. It's probably our best bet, just to be safe, Judge. If there's a
I
concern.
mean, I didn't see a protective order. I know when I read in the complaint though that, there's been issues there at the home in the past, I believe.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, don't go back to that address, okay? If you make bond. What are you asking on bond, Mr.?
Something reasonable, Judge. Maybe 5,000 cash or charity, Judge, or less.
Where do you work, Mr.?
Sir, I'm in between jobs right now. I do remodeling and construction. I just finished the spectral fire, and I'm in between, waiting for the next project. So right now I don't have any money to give you.
Who do you work for?
Juan Contreras from Westwood, Texas. She's a owner of a remodeling company.
How long have you worked there?
3 years,
How old are you?
32.
You married?
No, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $7,500 cash surety. With all those other conditions, sir, so make sure you comply, you understand? You violate any of those other conditions, you will end up back in jail, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, have a seat.
Thanks, Judge. Goodbye, Michelle. Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good afternoon, Jesse. The next case we're gonna call is C 3559-24-I, State of Texas versus Jesse Reyna. English, Mr. Reyna?
Judge, good afternoon. Jesse Contreras from
Good
Mr.
afternoon.
Jesse James Reyna, Your Honor.
He's present and ready, sir. You may proceed.
Your Honor, he's got two charges against him. He's got the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and he's got the manufacture and delivery of controlled substance. That one's, the bond was set at 5,000 on that one, Your Honor. What we're focusing on is the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's at 50,000. I would ask that the bond be reduced to at least 5,000, like the manufacturing and delivery, Your Honor, with AFP conditions, whatever else you want to place on. He's 18 years of age, Judge. He's got no prior history whatsoever. He is attending school, and I believe he's going to start school next week or so, but he's still in school, Your Honor. So I was seeking that reduction to the 5,000 cash surety, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. We believe the bond is reasonable, Your Honor. He did have a manufacturing delivery of first degree. This is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. We don't believe the bond is high to protect the victim of that aggravated assault and also to protect our community from him manufacturing and selling drugs, Your Honor. He started a first degree felony and a second degree felony.
One of the
Mr.
facts that I
Reyna,
do want to,
Go
he's
ahead.
18 years of age, Your Honor, with no prior history. But I do want to add that they shot at him, Your Honor, and he was some individual, I don't know if it was the alleged victim, but somebody with the alleged victim was shooting at him and hit his car quite a few times. But that's something we can litigate further down the road. But for right now, Your Honor, again, I'll stress to the court that there is no criminal history on this 18-year-old individual, Your Honor.
I didn't see any priors either.
No, Your
Mr. Reyna, where do you go to school, sir?
Veterans Memorial.
High school?
Yes, sir.
You graduate this year? Are you a senior? What city do you live in?
Austin, Texas.
Who do you live with?
My mom.
Order monthly UA, sir, which means you're gonna be drug tested, no drugs, no alcohol. You come back positive one time, you're gonna sit in jail and you're gonna miss your senior year. Is that what you want? Also order AIP, which means you'll be under house arrest. You can go to school and back home after that. No hanging out at the park or anything. AIP officials will check on you at home. Make sure you're there when you're supposed to, and they'll make sure you're enrolled in school. No skipping classes, no arriving late to class. Do you understand?
And to stay away
No
from. the
drugs,
victim, Your
no,
Honor.
yeah, no drugs, no alcohol, no contact with the victim. I don't know if you know him or not, but don't go looking for him. Don't send him any text messages. Is that clear?
Am I able to go to work if I find work?
If you have a job, you need to notify the AIP officials where you're working, give them your schedule. They'll verify that that's where you're working, that you're there when you're supposed to, and you're at home when you're supposed to. Is that clear? Also have a curfew, 9 p.m. to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So you're at home by 9 p.m. unless you're working. And you can leave as early as 6 a.m. if you need to go to school or work. Bond on the manufacturing delivery charge will be reduced to $2,500 cash surety. Bond on the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. Again, no contact with the victim, sir. Is that clear? Anything else, Mr. Codres?
No, Your Honor, thank you so much for your time. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Yes, sir, likewise.
Go ahead, the next case, excuse me, next case we're gonna call is C 3660-24-J, State of Texas versus Francisco Marquez. No habla inglés, ¿verdad, señor? No. Okay. Mr. Alanis from our office will be doing the translating. Your name, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Attorney Aaron Hassan, making an appearance for Marty Garcia Bella, record, just for records.
Okay. I'll ask that you go slow so that they can do the translation for the court. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. On behalf of Ms. Garcia, we followed a writ based on Article 17.151, Texas Code of Criminal Procedure in regards to delay. Mr. Marquez has been incarcerated for 119 days as of today. The statute reads, if the state is not ready to proceed with trial within 90 days or felony, he's entitled to a bond or a bond reasonable that he can actually pay in order to get out, Your Honor. Ms. Villa did not believe she was able to reach this lockouts from the state. So there is no agreement, but we're asking for I understand PR bonds is a bit more difficult in this particular situation, but we're gonna ask for $1,000 cash surety. He's trying to reach out to family in regards to making that bond. And that's all that he's come up with, and we're respectfully asking the court for $1,000 cash surety bond in regards to the state.
What says the state?
Yes, Your Honor, and we're gonna leave it solely in your discretion, Your Honor. Whatever you seem, he has been in jail 119 days, a reasonable bond, whatever you feel is appropriate, Your Honor.
Mr. Marquez, do you live here in Hidalgo County?
No. Okay. He was living here before.
He was?
Yes, sir.
He just said no.
Well, I guess he missed you before, but yeah, you established, you know, keep on the concept sheet.
What city? How long were you living in Mission?
We have those made 2 months.
You have family in Mission? You have any family in Hidalgo County? You understand there's an immigration hold on your case. Do you understand that? Which means if you make bond, you'll be released to immigration officials. Do you understand that? And that means that you may very likely be deported to Mexico if that's your home country. You understand that? But that doesn't mean this case will go away. You'll still have to show up to court at some point to take care of this matter. And if you do not show up, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that?
That's understood, Your Honor, and then Ms. Della and myself have explained that to Mr. Rodriguez as well.
Bond will be reduced to $7,500 cash surety.
You say 7,500, Your Honor?
7,500. You make bonds, sir, you need to stay in contact with your attorney. Do you understand that? Anything else?
That is it, I speak to reconsider, Your Honor, based on the statute. I mean, is there reasonable that he's able to pay and $1,500 able, I guess, Your Honor?
Well,
Look into that.
my concern is he's only been here 2 months. He doesn't have any family ties here. He doesn't have any ties. There's no guarantee that he'll show up to court. And that's my concern.
Understood. I
If
just
he
want,
had family here, he'd been here a longer time, even though he had an ISO, I'd consider something lower, but he's only been here 2 months, doesn't have any family here, seem to have any ties here. So I'll be $7,500 cash surety.
understood, Your Honor. I appreciate you hearing this out on behalf of Ms. Della and myself, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, maybe excused. Thank you.
Can I expect my client real quick?
Sure, you can talk to Michelle. Thank you for your help. That's all we have this
Thank you.
afternoon.
I appreciate it,
Have a
Judge.
good
Have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.